In recent years, the CCP has vigorously supported the development of new energy vehicles or electric vehicles and provided many subsidies, spawning many Chinese new energy vehicle companies. Many people think that Chinese electric cars are cheap and well designed, so it's cost-effective to buy them. In fact, this is not the case. In China, which is eager for quick success and instant benefits, people purchasing an electric car will fall into a giant trap. At the beginning of the new year of 2025, a man from Zhengzhou, Henan expressed his special thanks to BYD in a video. He bought a BYD Qin Plus electric car in 2021. After only 3 years of driving, the car had problems such as paint peeling on the front bar, water ingress to the rear taillights, and peeling of the interior of the central control panel. My name is Chao Jinlong. I thank BYD Dynasty, BYD Dynasty Zhengzhou Qinhua Forest Store, and BYD. The front bumper was peeling and I had it repainted. The tail lights were flooded and I had them replaced for free. I had 3 tire liners replaced, one of which I paid for myself because I didn't know I could claim. I also replaced 3 seats and the air conditioning compressor and had the half-axis replaced because of the abnormal sound. The center console interior was peeling, cutting my hands 2 or 3 times, so I replaced it. Most importantly, the right rear door was rusted and I had it repainted. The left rear door was rusted and I replaced it with a new one. Do you think I should thank them? He attached the photo of the car's breakdown. It can be heard that the owner's real anger and helplessness are hidden in his thanks. On the morning of January 9th, 2025, during the morning rush hour, BYD Dynasty and Ocean app experienced network failures, and functions such as unlocking the vehicle and voice wake-up were all out of order. This caused office workers in many parts of China to be unable to start their vehicles, disrupting their travel plans. Because it's very convenient to open and close the car door with a mobile phone, many car owners are used to not carrying car keys. Some car owners can only use NFC or spare traditional keys to start the vehicle. Some people can only use other means of transportation to work. Some are late for work because of this, and these are complaints in the car owner group. One netizen said, "I sent my child to school and wanted to turn on the air conditioner to preheat only to find that the connection timed out." Someone asked, "Did the Dynasty app crash?" Someone responded, "It seems that the Dynasty network is no longer available in Xi'an." A BYD car owner in Hangzhou said that when he went out early in the morning and turned on his mobile phone, he found that the BYD app could not be connected. As a result, he could not open the car door and could only walk to work.
请您拨打的电话无应答，请稍后再拨。
A BYD employee demonstrated the car's sound insulation effect in public, and the result was unexpected. This is our BYD Han EV. You can see that our car is very quiet. Hello, Xiao Di. Hello, Xiao Di. Hello, Xiao Di. The worker was trapped in the trunk of the car and could not get out, so he could only scream. One netizen said, "This car is not only soundproof, but also body insulating." Regarding the frequent problems with new energy vehicles, the lady said, "We just came out of the Xiaoping Auto After Sales Service Center. Today, we felt the truth about new energy vehicles. We thought the car we bought for over 20,000 was a big deal and we could drive it for at least 7 or 8 years. We didn't expect much, but we only drove it for less than 4 years. Our car's chassis broke down when we had it serviced this year. There was a hole in it and it would cost more than 8,000 to repair. Less than a month later, the navigation screen was broken. Today, they said it was the GPS that was broken. I didn't touch or drop it, but it broke down when it was fine. The repair cost was $1,364. The lady said that her husband had learned the inside story of new energy vehicles in the past 1 or 2 months. They never intended you to drive it for too long. You've been driving it for more than 4 years and your car is broken down here and there. It's not cost-effective to repair it. If you don't fix it, you'll be very uncomfortable when driving. The purpose is to encourage you to pay more money and buy a new car after 4 or 5 years to promote consumption. Spending tens of thousands of dollars to buy a car is equivalent to buying a mobile phone, and you will be forced to replace it every 4 or 5 years. Life is tough for ordinary people. If we don't experience it, we won't know the truth. Every other line is like a mountain. The CCP has vigorously promoted new energy vehicles nationwide. They said these vehicles do not use gasoline and are very economical to charge. A man uses his personal experience to tell everyone whether electric cars really save money. Driving an electric car home is such a hassle. This is the 4th time I have charged it, and it costs more than $10 per charge. The most expensive time, Ideal Auto charged $24.60. I charged $24.60 and drove more than 300 kilometers. As a result, I drove more than 1,000 kilometers and charged 4 times. I had to wait for an hour and a half each time. If I drove a gasoline car, I would have arrived long ago. It's already past 11 p.m. and I estimate that I must drive another 3 hours. Let me calculate the number for you. Driving a gasoline car for over 1,000 kilometers will only take 7 or 8 hours. If you count the gasoline cost of 1 US cent per kilometer, the total is $95.5 US. But you said you have already spent about $100 charging 4 times for an electric car. Then you wait for another 6 or 7 hours. Do you think it's cost-effective, brothers? Some netizens responded, "It's hard to imagine people escaping in these cars during an emergency. It's hilarious." Others noted, "Now the policy has changed again, encouraging fuel vehicles. The leaks have been harvested and the knife skills are precise." In April 2024, a video was posted on the X platform with the caption, "China's artificial intelligence Beijing Auto has begun the pinnacle of autonomous driving. Hey, what is this modification? Will it fly? Or does it have an electric fan or washing machine function?" One netizen pointed out, "How can such a party fight? It's so funny." A Huawei R7 owner is still worried about Huawei smart driving. He showed a video of the car. The Huawei R7 turned on smart driving on the highway. When merging with another highway, the R7 cut in sideways without caring whether cars were behind it. Later, it may have found a car behind it and braked suddenly, and the car behind it almost hit it. The owner was terrified. If it had encountered a large truck, I am afraid that both the vehicle and the driver would have been killed. I see it. This is the expressway on the main road. Look, when changing lanes, the car cuts in. Do you see it? There are so many cars on the road. Hey, brake and stop. Do you see it? Go back and look behind to see what the car behind is like. Do you see it? I see it. I see it. It's so scary. Although Huawei likes to boast that its technology is far ahead, this driver used his thrilling experience to expose the lies about Huawei Zhezhe R7's autonomous driving technology. Mr. Li, a software technician from mainland China, told overseas Chinese media, "Autonomous driving technology has now become a national policy of the CCP. The country wants to vigorously develop this direction to allow car manufacturing companies to test autonomous driving technology, even if the safety and personal protection requirements have not yet been met." Mr. Li said, "Because automated driving requires very advanced software technology, real-time data processing, and collection requirements are very high, and China's high-performance chip technology is imported from the West. Generally speaking, China's software technology cannot reach the level of the West." He pointed out that China has become the world's most considerable testing ground for automated driving technology. At least 16 cities in China now allow automated driving to be tested on the road, and the Chinese have become guinea pigs for the automated driving tests. Let's look at the actual mentality of car owners when using autonomous driving. If the above situation is considered safe, the experience of the couple below is really worrying. A man in Shandong accompanied his wife who was about to give birth at the hospital, and the shocking scene below appeared.
我车还有51分钟才能开。
My wife is about to give birth, and my car is 51 minutes away from leaving. Someone came to save us, but my car was not responding at all. It was stuck in the middle of the road. My wife is about to give birth. She went to get a taxi. I don't want this car anymore. There is no other way. What did you just say? I had to walk to get a taxi despite the pain of a finger dilation. I had a car, but it just couldn't move. Every step I took was torture. Thank Ideal Auto.
感谢一下理想吧。
It turned out that the man's Ideal car had a reminder to update at night. He may have accidentally touched the update during a certain operation. He never expected the Ideal car system to start updating and take more than 50 minutes to complete. He contacted 24-hour customer service and was told that the update could not be interrupted. His wife was about to give birth, so he had to take his wife to the hospital in a taxi. The man said that this incident happened suddenly because his Ideal car could not be driven due to an update. His wife was emotionally unstable at the time, and she hurried on her way, which caused the heartbeat of the fetus in her belly to soar to 220. Normally, the fetal heartbeat in the womb is 110 to 160 beats per minute. The woman initially planned to give birth naturally, but later had to have a cesarean section. Fortunately, both mother and daughter are safe. A netizen shared his experience and said, "I once encountered a similar malfunction when taking a taxi. This malfunction blocked the only road in our community, making me late and charging me an extra 70 cents for the time. The electric vehicle system took about 10 to 20 minutes to update. After complaining to customer service, I got a refund for the extra money." Some people also believe that the so-called new energy vehicles today are actually artificial intelligence retardation. The video below can serve as evidence. It is also well known that new energy vehicles frequently catch fire. In January 2025, at the beginning of the new year, a car owner's new energy vehicle suddenly caught fire. The owner and others sprayed more than 20 bottles of fire extinguishers in total, but failed to put out the fire, so they had to let the car continue to burn. When discussing the various problems that frequently occur with new energy vehicles, we cannot help but mention their methods of overcharging customers. According to a media outlet in Hunan Province, Mango City, on August 29, 2024, Mr. Dai, an online car-hailing driver, spent $20,457 to buy a Maple Leaf 80-volt new energy vehicle at Hunan Weiyu Automobile Sales Company Limited on July 1, 2021. In May and August 2024, the manufacturer remotely locked the charging port of his new energy vehicle twice through the background GPS and limited the motor torque, preventing his car from charging normally. Mr. Dai then realized that although he had bought a car, the battery did not belong to him. Instead, he had to purchase a battery service from Easy Battery Replacement. He said he would not have bought the car without knowing the situation. Mr. Dai said that he had bought the car on a loan. After paying off the loan in 3 years, the manufacturer suddenly told me that the battery was not mine. Mr. Dai said that this was too outrageous. Moreover, the manufacturer said that only after the battery replacement agreement was signed would they help the car owner unlock it. However, no clause in the Easy Battery Replacement contract benefits the car owner. It's a tyrannical agreement. Mr. Dai said the manufacturer locked us from charging because it forced us to sign an agreement with Easy Battery Replacement. We all charge when the electricity price is low, about $3 a day. If I sign a battery replacement agreement, I must pay $12.30 for electricity for driving 300 kilometers a day. In addition to the 41 cents per kilometer pricing plan, Easy Battery Replacement also offers battery leasing or battery buyout plans. The second plan requires car owners to pay $109 monthly for battery leasing. The third plan requires a one-time battery purchase of approximately $5,455 to $6,819. A Chongqing Ruilan Automobile Technology Company Limited representative pointed out that the sellers deceive the car owners. Although they have required dealers to explain to customers the separation of the car and the battery, the contracts provided by the car owners do not contain relevant content. Hundreds of online ride-hailing drivers in Chengdu also encountered the same thing. They said they were unaware of the battery problem when buying the car. After completing the formalities, they found out that they no longer owned the battery and now had to pay $6,819. Otherwise, the power and speed will be locked remotely. The vehicle has been speed limited. Pay the vehicle payment on time. In this regard, one netizen pointed out, can the electric car manufacturer do whatever they want? They can lock it in the background and restrict charging to cut off the owner's power. It's horrifying. Even local Chinese governments are taking advantage of the situation. For example, in Jishi City, Heilongjiang Province, taxi platforms or companies do not provide any social insurance for drivers, and drivers are increasingly exploited. Local drivers pay as much as $18 to $30 daily to rent a car. Drivers were also asked to lower their starting fares. In mid-November 2024, the local government issued new regulations requiring new energy taxi drivers to add a fuel surcharge of 14 cents per transaction. This local government requirement caused dissatisfaction among many drivers who parked their taxis in front of the government building to protest loudly. The following video is somewhat funny and reveals a secret of China's new energy vehicle industry. Industry insiders are unwilling or dare not ride in the cars they build. A netizen took a snapshot at an airport in China and saw Wei Zhenjuan, founder and chairman of Great Wall Motors, getting out of a luxury Rolls-Royce. I can't imagine it. Chairman Wei of Great Wall Motors actually got off a Rolls-Royce. I have to say that making electric cars is his work, and driving a luxury gasoline car is his life. Netizen said, they make their cars and they know that foreign cars are truly noble and elegant. Then they look down on their brands and don't ride on their cars. Others said, they are fooling fools, but they are not fools. Some people compared Musk and said, Musk's car is a Tesla. Yes, the founder of China Auto does not believe in cars produced in China. However, not many people in China know this secret. Chinese people who cannot afford imported cars are driven to buy new energy vehicles through powerful marketing and various policy benefits provided by the CCP. They use their hard-earned money and personal safety to serve as experiments and pave the way for the CCP's new energy vehicle strategy. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.